Hello my beautiful and amazing people, badass Dark Zone agents, Uncle Butcher in the building with Iron Lung setup. Most likely you are already tired from all the backfire builds and variations, then this one will be like fresh breath of air. Not only we have crazy DPS, if you're gonna pair it up this exotic LMG with Dilemma, the results will be kinda insane. You're gonna apply fire to your enemies, you can deal damage at the same time to 3 enemies. I mean, just look at these shenanigans. Nothing and nobody will be able to stop you. It's absolutely gorgeous shield free build. You can run decoy, revive a hive combo, maybe even fix a drone or strike a drone, it depends on your preference, but I would recommend you to stick with decoy. It helps a lot, especially against drones, rushers, and lots and lots of explosions. Even mini tanks tend to target your decoy instead of your ass, so definitely try decoy. Even in PvP this skill is kinda nice, although veteran players will not buy your decoy skill whatsoever, but if you're fighting new players, which by the way we have quite a bit with new DLC, then you will have a lot of fun. Iron Lung by itself is actually a really strong setup, weapon. You can play it with ongoing directive set, but to me it's kinda eh. The amplified weapon damage buffs in this season kinda sucks. There's something wrong going on, you are not getting the most out of your builds if you are only investing in amplified weapon damage buffs. But before we continue, quick word from today's sponsor, Deming.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammate, but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Deming.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your orders super quick. If you will use my promo code RBD for RBD, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all servers. Amazing deal, especially even right now. They have some crazy sales going on, so definitely check these guys out. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate, drop your comment down below in the comment section or contact the operator, and the rest will be the history. But now let's get back to this build. And like I said, this one is completely different setup. We are using Dilemma. Yeah, technically you could squeeze in Backfire Exotic SMG as well, but the small magazine size will not be that fun with this build. Why Dilemma shines with LMGs? Because you can spray and pray and take out 3 enemies at the same time. With gunner specialization that works extremely well because you are getting increased rate of fire, armor back on kill, so pretty much like 30% back. On top of that, memento backpack. I know, memento backpack, blah. But don't worry, you can always replace memento backpack with bloodsucker talent. Bloodsucker will work as well extremely well. Simply use Petro's backpack or Walken and Harris backpack with Bloodsucker talent, and you can even use additional hazard protection attribute to be completely immune. But I would recommend you to stick with a balance of 3 offensive core attributes and 3 defensive core attributes. Why? Because that will allow us to use our armor and get additional headshot damage with this season's new modifiers. Main weapon, Iron Lung exotic LMG. Guys, if you need help with any task, if you need catalyst exotic mask, maybe you are hunting hunters, let me know down below in the comment section or hit me up on Xbox. Let's do some runs together. I will help you to get anything you want in the game. For specialization, we will use gunner specialization, increased rate of fire on kill, armor on kill, benchy pulse, which is nice in PvP and PvE. Foam grenade, always nice for crowd control purposes. You know how gunner specialization works. It's pure barbecue chicken. So main weapon will be Iron Lung. It hits hard. Second weapon, new assault rifle, which was introduced to the game with this season, Caretaker with perfect killer talent. By killing enemies with critical hit shot, we will receive like 90% additional crit damage, and that works extremely good with Dilemma set itself. And since in new DLC we are fighting cleaners and in general a lot of status effects are involved in the game right now, I would still urge you to create this build with hazard protection in mind. I would recommend you to reach hazard protection as high as you can and simply use modifier, where each armor core attribute will give you 7.5% additional hazard protection, I think, each. So and if you want, you can always replace Iron Lung with Backfire Exotic SMG if you want, but I really think that that's not necessary in this setup. Use your skills properly and just look at this footage. I am clearing extremely quickly and efficiently enemies. Simply don't focus on one enemy. In this build you have to apply 3 marks and then deal damage to healthiest of enemies, which has armor, maybe it's a lead boss, mini tank, you name it. Definitely do this and you will be just fine. Mark 3 enemies and hit only the healthiest enemy out of all of them. These are my modifiers, so we are capped at tier 5 weapon power. Then I'm using headshot damage boost, I'm using trade-off where I'm getting crit damage for 25% crit chance, and of course additional hazard protection, which can be replaced with protection from elite mods. But in this build you will get only 20% protection from elites, so it's kinda meh, I guess. Although I'm using in my mod slots protection from elites. So if you have 3 perfect mods, it will be 39% at 20, and now you have almost 60. So that's not bad actually. 60% protection from elites is okay. Yeah. And don't forget, I think you have like 10% on your Shade Tech watch, if I remember correctly, so you can reach like almost up to 70% protection from elites. So there is 2 ways how you can play this build, with hazard protection or with protection from elites. Honestly, I think I would still stick with hazard protection because there are quite a bit of status effects, and sometimes that can be a game changer if you can shoot at enemies, not be stuck behind animation from fire, from lead, or sometimes you can be blinded from snipers. So it depends on your preference, but I would rather stick with hazard protection in this build. So I'm using 4 pieces from Dilemma: gloves, mask, knee pads, holster. I have 4 armor core attributes, 3 offensive core attributes. I have as my main attributes hazard protection, in mod slots protection from elite to receive just a little bit more survivability, I guess, buff. For backpack I'm using Memento backpack. Memento backpack will give us 3 core attributes, trophies on kill, which will give us bonus armor, and that bonus armor can be stacked. And of course I'm using chest piece to gain additional crit chance. Butcher drops the mic, stay safe, bye.